Well, welcome back to another Wayno's Photos video. And if you saw the title, you're probably scratching your head like I was. You go, what the hell is this bike companies not selling into the UK market? Well, anyway, let's just roll that intro and let's just find out what the hell is going on here. Well, I've been digging around to find out exactly what the hell's going on. And probably your first instinct response is this is just part of Brexit and the UK separating from the EU. Well, the answer to that is sort of. Now, the problem is when they were with the EU, they came under the umbrella of the free trade agreement in the EU and the rules associated with the EU. So you had to work to that because you're obviously part of the group, part of the party, and you got to play by the party rules. But now they've actually separated. The UK can now make up their own rules and make their own processes and run their tax the way they want to. And this is exactly what they've done. Because they're free of compliance, they can actually change the way tax is collected in the country. Now, the problem is here is it's not that they've introduced a new tax, because the VAT has always been around, and we know UK's had VAT, which is a consumption tax, for goodness knows how long. But what they've changed is the way that tax collected. And instead of something that's being brought in from overseas and the tax collected once it comes through customs and there's an assessment on the value of the product and you have to pay tax on it, well, what the government have done is they've said, well, this is all too hard and items get missed, we're not getting our full tax, and what we're going to do is we're going to make the sender be the tax collector. Right, now you might go, well, what's the big deal with this? Well, companies see this as a cost burden, because what you have to do is you have to have an account, a trust account. You actually have to have accountants. You have to have applied to be a tax collector to the UK Treasury. You need to collect the monies for the UK Treasury. This needs to be managed, and you need to send the monies to the UK Treasury. And of course, you need to be prepared to be audited by the UK Treasury to make sure that you're collecting the taxes appropriately. Now, companies that don't have a big amount of sales into the UK are going, well, this cost burden is just too much. And the word they've been using for these companies is niche companies, and it's not just bicycle companies, but other companies. But there is some significant bicycle companies that actually have boycotted the UK. And some of them are parts manufacturers, and I think this is even affecting the Brompton bicycles, which are made in the UK. They can't get some parts. And you've also got the very well-known Campagnolo company that is basically boycotted the UK and says, we will not sell from our website directly to UK customers anymore. It'll be the old school way where stuff is sent to a distributor, it's distributed to the shops, and people will buy it from the shops, and the shops will then collect the VAT tax. So there's none of this new world order where we can buy stuff and have free trade from all around the world. We're going back to the good old days. And the UK government is basically forcing this decision by manufacturers or suppliers of parts from overseas. Now, well, as one company put it to the media, there's 195 countries in the world, and if every one of these countries took the UK approach, it means that a manufacturer selling to 195 countries will have to have 195 accounts, 195 admin applications into all these countries, so then they can be tax collectors for all these countries and manage all of those monies in separate trust accounts to then periodically send those money to those countries. And this is the insanity of it all, because that would be a massive burden to every company who's doing worldwide trade. Now, I put it to you guys, is this a step backwards or is this a step forward? Is really this world trade and stuff, people buying stuff all around and making it difficult to collect taxes? Do you think that, countries should basically work with these systems, or should they restrict companies like this and really cut out these niche products, which also limits products to people in those countries? Like if I'm selling this hat in Australia, and I want to sell this, low volume, say maybe 1,000 a year, should people in the UK be able to ring me up and say, Wayne, mate, I want one of those hats, send it to me? Or then do I say, hey, look, mate, sorry, I can't do that, because then I have to be a tax collector for the UK Treasury, and that cost is significant, and it's worth, you know, half of what my hats are worth. I make no money. And just another little side note, if you're still watching, is that a vlogger from the UK, Francis Cage, probably quite well known, you probably know who he is, probably even follow him like I do. Well, he's even been impacted because he gets some sponsorship and bikes from Villiers, but now he's had to send some back because they attract this tax apparently, and Villiers does not want to be another bike company that's a tax collector for the UK Treasury. Okay then guys, well I'm going to let you make a decision on it. Leave your comments down below. Tell me what you think. Do you think this is just absurd that you can't buy bikes coming from the UK? So that's it guys. Take care and I will see you next video. Remember to subscribe and ring that bell and I'll see you next vid. Cheers.